I want to learn how to. In 2020.
You want to learn how to?
Body, like in 2020. Can you imagine? It's not late. Like before we know it, won't there be another dance?
You are late.
There are so many other dances.
Has even gone from what I just slept and I woke up. It's already Teshumole.
Okay. And just like that, the most dreaded week is over. It's Friday, people. Oh my gosh, like I love today. Welcome to the Friday edition of the show, guys.
Welcome, guys. Today we turn up in grand style. Now, the usual culprits are reporting for duty, so expect nothing but the best, like fire videos, good talk, good laughs, and all-round entertainment. You have come to the right place. Once again, welcome!
Yes, welcome. And remember to plug in, as always, on social media. We are TVC Connect on Instagram and Twitter, and simply TVC Connect on Facebook. Of course, you already know, my name is Amanda Dara, and today you can call me just Amanda if you want.
No, it's Amanda the flyest.
No, that was on Wednesday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was a day. All right, guys, it's your girl, Arika, with the dimples right here. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Yes.
Okay, and you know, it's your home girl, it's your girlfriend next door. Like, I got into the studio and somebody was like, hey, my girlfriend next door. Yes. And you know, it's a jewel in the crown. You know, it's the hostess with the mostest. My name is Honey Pot. Yes. All right, so we'll kick off with some entertainment stories. Then we'll shout out some popular celebrants on Celebrity Birthday shout outs. And of course, on Rewind, we'll let you in on what happened on this day in entertainment history.
On Twinville, Amanda will bring us some social media laughs. Then we'll be shining the spotlight on some artists. Daily Top 5 is also in the mix, and there's always, that's where we'll be talking about another 5 habits to consider dropping in 2020. It's still the beginning of the year.
Yes.
Okay. And then later we'll show some appreciation on the Chew It Up segment. Then you get a recap of all the news that you have missed, and we'll move forward with some selfie requests. And finally, we'll wrap up the show talking about our high points of the week. So you know what you're going to do? Grab a drink, grab a seat, grab whatever you need to grab, and call that friend. Let them know that the show has officially begun.
Yes!
Yes!
Let me know, Nana.
Hey, yes, we're giving you the Friday vibe, and I'm sure you're dancing in there in your houses, wherever you are. It is now time for entertainment news. And the very first one on our list is from Justin Bieber's table. He is diagnosed with Lyme disease, guys. Canadian singer Justin Bieber has disclosed that he's battling Lyme disease and currently getting treatment for the disease. Now, he made this known on his Instagram page, where he dispelled rumors stating that the reason for his frail look was drugs. He stated, while a lot of people kept saying Justin Bieber looks like a bleep on meth, etc., they failed to realize that I've been recently diagnosed with Lyme disease. Not only that, but I've had a serious case of chronic mono, which affected my skin, my brain function, my energy, and overall health. These things will be explained further in a docu-series I'm putting on YouTube shortly, and you can learn all that I've been battling and overcoming. It's been a rough couple of years, but getting the right treatment that would help treat this so far incurable disease, and I'll be back and better than ever. No cap. Now, Lyme disease is an infectious disease caused by Borrelia bacterium, which is spread by ticks. And if left untreated, the infection can spread to the joints, the heart, and the nervous system, leading to so many things like joint pain and swelling. Woo, this is coming from Justin Bieber himself. And I know that, as for me, I'll talk for myself, I was one person that always felt like he looked this way because he was taking drugs. Because if you followed him from being a teenager to how he is as an adult, he just looks completely different. And it's quite sad that this is one of the reasons why he actually looks this way.
Yeah, and I feel like this is why people should be a bit more sensitive and not, because at the end of the day, you never know the battles that people are fighting. You don't know whatever it is that they are dealing with. So you can just see someone and be like, you're losing weight, you're adding weight. You don't know what it is that they're actually dealing with, and this is just sad. You know, a lot of people have just jumped into conclusions saying, oh, he's probably doing drugs, but I don't know, this is just sad. That's all I can say. Like, I hope and I pray that he gets better and he gets out of this.
The life of a celebrity, as you always have to come out and explain to people because you're a public figure. Not that you are under any obligations to actually do so, but then because you're asking questions and because you're just a public figure, so you have to explain every now and then. I feel that it is just so draining like that, you know. at.
But I'm actually quite happy that he came out to talk
Yes.
about this, because this is one disease that, I mean, has very few cases, and it's caused by ticks. I mean, when I read that, I was like, ticks?
I'm not sure it has few cases, but it is not so common, like popular, that we know about it. So it's good to tell people and let people know so that they
exactly,
know how
so that they know
what to
how
avoid.
to. Because apparently when the tick bites you, it just looks like a mosquito bite or an insect bite, then it just swells. So if you're not somebody who is aware that this could be a dangerous disease, you just overlook it. So I'm happy that he's coming out to actually educate the public on this.
Because it's actually looking to me like one disease that, you know, occurs everywhere. You know, when you put your clothes outside and some insect gets on it and then it gets in your body and it's like you have a boil, but it's not a boil. Some people can actually, you know, immediately take care of it, like putting palm oil, someone locally puts palm oil, then it comes out. So you see that, oh, wow, it's a whole like maggot looking thing like that. So I don't know, perhaps, but then some big names.
Come to Africa.
Put palm oil.
No, they'll give him palm oil.
Oh, no.
No, that's not the point.
Stop it. But he is getting
I said that it sounded.
You know, I want to come and explain. Public figure, oh yeah, explain.
She's playing with you.
I will catch you. You better run to the roof today. Okay. So let's get into the second news. Tupac Shakur's car put up for auction. The car that late American rapper Tupac Shakur was in when he was shot dead has been put up for sale for $1.75 million. According to reports, the car was put up for sale because the owner, Suge Knight, is currently serving a lengthy jail term for voluntary manslaughter after he ran a man over in 2015. In case you do not know, Tupac was a passenger in the car driven by his label boss Suge Knight when he was shot in Las Vegas in 1996. Tupac was struck in the chest, arm and thigh. He, however, died in a hospital from his wounds 6 days later. The shooter was never caught, although numerous theories abound over the identity of Tupac's killer. Wow. So auction again, and this is something very common in that climb. You know, everything they're just putting in. But now the case of this one, because the owner of the car actually is serving a lengthy jail term. That's why it is being put up for auction.
I mean, I think it's just quite interesting that 20-something years later, Tupac is still very much relevant. Whether it's about whether he's alive, people spotting him alive, whether it's about who his killer was, whether it's about his music, whether he's still dropping music,
whether it was his letter,
whether it was his letter, like
to
honestly
Madonna.
speaking, like I think Tupac Shakur is what would I call him?
Legend. We've already established that.
But not even like a ghost legend or something. Like it's a legend that has passed beyond just living. Like everybody wants to know so much about him, and I think they're going to snap this car up in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know, because you know it's not the first time it's happening. As I said, it's very common in that climb. So you have stuff from Michael Jackson, his socks and all of those. The letter to Madonna that Tupac wrote, and then just a lot of them like that they auction every now and then. The Beatles guitar or something of that sort, and all of those. But then it's so interesting. You know how you can be very obsessed about a particular celebrity, and then you just want to know what makes them tick. You just want to have something like a possession from them, and so you keep somewhere, and it's almost like I
think African and Nigerian artists should start really keeping their belongings quite well.
King Sunny Ade auctioned his guitar the other time, so they've been doing it. It's not new, but then you have to have, you know, gain that's legendary.
If it were to be like a fella stuff.
When you go to Shrine, you see some of his stuff there, but I wish it was even more.
But you have to go to his museum. Shrine is actually different from that museum where he lived. His room. When you go there, I went there. They said everything is just the way he left it before he went to the hospital. So it's just there like that.
That's fantastic.
I think they should actually auction.
You'll see his pants. You'll see like his underwear. You'll see.
That's the one that interested you, honey.
Going to the toilet, you'll see those things like they'll take you around. Beautiful.
That's lost focus.
Oh my God.
Exactly what I was going to say. They both lost focus.
No, guys.
Let's focus on the entertainment news. Next up is R. Kelly's girlfriends who got physical recently. Now, R. Kelly's girlfriend, Azriel Clary, and Jocelyn Savage have been said to have gotten into a physical fight at the singer's Trump Tower condo in Chicago on his birthday. Now, according to 22-year-old Azriel Clary, it all started when 24-year-old Jocelyn Savage and another woman came to the apartment to collect some of R. Kelly's belongings. Now, it was then that they started arguing before things escalated and got physical. Now, take a look at Azrael explaining the situation to the Chicago police.
Yes, okay, so Justin Savage, we both live here. She came up here with another young woman named Kimberly. I don't know who she was, but Justin attacked me once in here, again out there, and it was witnesses. You can go ask Trump security. Every single time she came to me and attacked me, and I had to defend myself. So I would like to press charges immediately.
What happened? What made her attack you?
She came in here. First of all, she came up in here. She gave our keys to another woman to come up here and get her stuff. Yes, she sent Kimberly up here to get stuff.
Who's Kimberly?
I don't know who Kimberly is. It's somebody that supports him. I don't know. She's a handler. She does all his handwork from him from jail. And she came here with the keys. I didn't let her come up here first because I didn't know who she was. I told her, it's okay, I understand you're here with Joy, but if Joy needs anything from this apartment, she needs to be with you because I don't know who you are. And I'm not just about to let you roam where I dwell. So then Jocelyn came back up here. I was in here with people that I know, whom I trust, because I don't know what she was on or if she would have came with a weapon or anything. So therefore, I had people in here. When she got in here, she just came to get his awards and his Grammys and stuff. And then after that, she started saying that I'm so wrong and that this and that. And I told her, Jocelyn, you're going to jail. You slept with the minor. That minor was me.
Wow. So the report states that Jocelyn surrendered herself to the Chicago police after the fight and has been charged with one misdemeanor count of domestic battery. Just so you know, R. Kelly is currently being held without bail in a federal prison in Chicago after being arrested on numerous sex crime charges, including the child pornography, racketeering, and obstruction of justice in both Illinois and New York. He has since, however, pleaded not guilty to all of these charges. All I know is he was paying his Grammy and so many other awards. Is it the Grammy that fights?
No, so Jocelyn Savage was trying to get her stuff out.
I know that, yeah.
So, wow, God forbid. That's not even something to attach to it.
No, so there's some gist the way you see them, you're like, Amanda is going to give me all the tea. Because you know stuff on the surface, but then she's always like...
So Jocelyn Savage came to collect her stuff, and she came with someone called Kimberly to get her stuff. So Jocelyn moved out of the apartment, I think sometime in December. She also has been posting on her social media pages and some other social media platforms talking about her experiences and, sharing her trauma. And some people have been saying she's doing it for money. There have been so many speculations about why she did that. We spoke about that. And I think Azrael is still currently living in his condo, but Azrael is actually younger than Jocelyn. So Jocelyn came to pack her stuff, and then it got really physical, like, who is this person? And then it got to a point where Azrael was even saying, you slept with me when I was a minor. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting to hear from Azrael, who is usually the defensive one, who's usually the one that has R. Kelly's back. And it's just a case of, I think they are having a mental breakdown right about now. Because if you can remember, a couple of months ago, they had an interview where they were strongly defending R. Kelly. So a couple of months down the line, now he's in jail, and then the stories are changing. And right from the start, I always said that these ladies has faced too much physical trauma. You can't expect someone to have started living with a 50-something-year-old man, or maybe he was in his 40s at the time, as teenagers, grown up there, and not to have had some psychological damage. So it's a very, very sad one for me.
I just hope that they would get some sanity in the long run, because this is just a very tough one. Because if you're not careful, all through your life, you'll just be dealing with this. You'll be behaving in certain ways that people would not know what is wrong with you. You'll be taking things out on people, and they would not know that, oh, it is due to what you have gone through.
I think that it all broke out again when, she was talking to Kimberly, like, who are you? I don't know you. And that was when Jocelyn came up. So if you're trying to pick up your stuff, why are you still trying to pick up some of R. Kelly's stuff as well, like the Grammy and all that stuff?
Yeah, that's not cool.
That's
not cool.
Yeah, so if you want to pick up your stuff, okay, go with your own thing, but don't pick his stuff. So I think that was what majorly now...
Which is why people were saying is Jocelyn doing it for the PR stunts, because people were actually paying to see part of her stories.
So there is something about, that I actually said the same thing too. So there is something about Jocelyn, because why would you, okay, he's done something bad and he's been, in the process of being punished for this, but then why would you pick his stuff?
Exactly.
Well,
All right, guys, that's all we have for you on Entertainment News this Friday afternoon.
Let us just move on to some lighter gist. It is time for celebrity birthday shout out. It is time to find out who is celebrating today. Now we have music producer and guitarist Fiyoki, who is a year older. Yes, he calls himself the #1 Afrobeats recording guitarist, and of course he's super talented.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he dropped something with Tenny. He dropped a single with Tenny today. I saw it on his page.
Okay, so
I think it was called Osa or something.
Okay, so what I like about Fiyoki right here is that, you know how they think that some people are just in the background, like they can't. So he has made his crafts come out, like it's really showing you that you're a guitarist does not mean that you're always in the background.
Very true.
And then
I like that angle, because most times people focus on the singer and leave the people behind. I completely agree.
I love that. Happy birthday to Fiyoki.
Yes.
More wins.
Yeah, so happy birthday to you. Also celebrating today is British rock singer, songwriter Sir Roderick David Stewart, aka Rod Stewart, and he's turning 75 today, guys. What? He's one of the best-selling music artists of all times, having sold more than 120 million records worldwide.
Rod Stewart.
Wow.
Now, this is a huge feat, I must say. So I like it when people grow and they grow gracefully, like, you know,
like
they're adding and then, it's so beautiful. You know how everything has changed. People don't want to tell you their age. People want to bring down their age, reduce their age, and all of those. Well, so many times these days, people are just always like, you see somebody who is 18, like the person is 18 forever. Like, you're like, what is happening here? Especially our celebrities. So, I mean, because this is a privilege denied to so many people. So I like it when I see people aging finely like this. Congratulations, happy birthday to Sir Rod.
Happy birthday to him,
Stewart.
and happy birthday to everyone out there that is celebrating. As usual, we're sending you peace, love, light, happiness, and all the good things in life. No money, sorry.
Special birthday shout out to my brother. The person the music ed that I'm always talking about. So half the songs that I like, he's the one always singing them in my ear. So
did you ask him to watch first of all?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
He watches every time.
You have the floor.
He watches every time. And he actually went their color, so that's even good. Up there, I'm all good neon. That's his favorite color. So happy birthday, DJ. Happy birthday. I love you.
I mean, we know so much about you already.
Yes, happy birthday, Arike's lawyer. Am I correct?
Yes,
I'm correct, right? No wonder you have a touch of neon too.
Neon, on my dress.
Okay, so Rewind is up next to take a look at what makes today significant in entertainment history.
Now let's rewind. On this day in 1952, The Greatest Show on Earth, directed and produced by Cecil B. DeMille, starring James Stewart and Carlton Heston, premiered in New York. It went on to win Best Picture 1953. Still on this day in 1956, Elvis Presley recorded his single, Heartbreak Hotel. And finally, on this day in 1958, Jerry Lee Lewis' Great Balls of Fire reached #1 on the UK pop charts.
Girl, just let me love you like a lover should. You're fine, so kind. I'm under this world that you're mine.
And that's it on Rewind.
Somebody, hey, I love it.
Yes.
Hey, 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 hey. Are you feeling this song?
I am so feeling it.
I feel so hot.
You feel so hot right now, right? I know.
For a few seconds.
Wow. Welcome to the field, anyways. All right, guys, this is Tweetville, where we bring you all of the laughs and savagery from social media.
Sounded like all of the lights. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea, but if I talk now,
all right, let's do this, ladies. All right, so first tweet of the day. When I enter an exam hall and I see double spacing.
Hey!
So he's there. Look at the space.
I'm in danger.
And then he's like, I'm in danger.
Hey.
Because How do you want to do it? Then sometimes there'll be double space, and there'll be space in front of you, like in this picture. There's space in front of you, space behind you.
I'm not doing.
But what was your plan exactly? You were not planning to read.
No, it's
you are going to
community effort. Yes, now only it's community effort.
Tell us. So you read number 1.
No, because I'm always like the Jesus of the class.
Wow.
You get, like everybody wants to sit next to me.
You said that thing before, and I hope your classmates is watching right
I
now.
hope somebody needs to come and tell us the real truth.
And the annoying time about my school, just arrange our names. I arrange our seats according to our names. So
Yeah.
the OW, me, I'll read, maybe 2 or 3 topics. OZ, Ozemelam, read this one. Oh yeah, what you going to read this one? So if they don't do double spacing like that, we don't do community efforts. Wait, all the
in the
people
university, I was an alien. Like, I was just going, somebody describes me. This one, you just be going alone. You don't have friends. With my goggles.
I think there's some people that have the art of cheating. Someone like me, if I'm cheating, you catch me, because my whole face will give it
this
away.
one is always like, this is Amanda will be the person that'll tell you. You will tell her, you can't. She said, spare can't.
No, it's not even second. Or you would have planned with her. You know that Amanda, she forgets things. You say, please, when you're entering at the door, you say, please, you will help me. So you're not getting inside.
Wow.
She's not even acting.
Wow.
So she'll be looking at you like, what are you saying? What are you about?
So I'm telling you.
I'm done with you guys. Because you people are in my school, right? All right, this one says, I think this is from Netflix, and it's like, every woman has a breaking point. Tyler Perry, A Fall from Grace, premieres January 17th. I mean, I'm excited about that one. There's someone replied and says, when will black women be happy in Tyler Perry's movie?
Hello, please.
Please. So thank you so much. And this debate was actually on Twitter. Yeah. So, and that is what I say all the time. You see how we always like victim. When are we going to be
the villain? We've seen the villain itself,
I won't even lie. I like it like that. They are very, very interesting. All his
they are
movies
interesting.
They are so interesting. Acrimony, the other one, a Scorned Woman or something like that. I can't remember. All of them are very beautiful.
What? Temptation, everything.
I want to watch this one. You guys.
I'm a huge fan of Tyler Perry.
But please, Tyler Perry, if you are watching, I know that you watch us. Please, let's be happy.
But wait.
At least for once.
He has oval. He has oval results. That is OVAL, and it's about like it just came out. So people are.
And you people like badges too.
It's about White House story, like White House story. So you can.
People like badges.
It just started. Yeah, like late last year.
We'll look into it.
Really.
All right, moving on to another tweet. This one is from King Kolo, and he says, "Is it just me, or has Xmas lost his vibe over the years?" And Ayo replied him saying, "Xmas didn't lose any vibe, bro. It's because you don't have money.
You don't have money.
You don't have money.
You know that when you are growing up, it's not you that
that.
are spending money. It's Christmas is coming. Your mommy don't buy you clothes, shoe, everything. So you be feeling the Christmas in your belly. But now you don't have money. You can't even buy yourself shoe.
You know how you know that.
This table.
I felt
you know how you know. You know how you know.
I felt that way 2018. Last year was so beautiful.
But you know how you know. Okay, take December out of it. This January, as people don't have money, everything is like, so it is the same way, like take it back to December. But if you have money,
God bless you. You see this January talk, I think we're in December, you put all your captions be party after party.
No, but
please, what happened?
This January is quite fast now.
What?
It's quite fast.
It's not fast.
It's not fast.
It's not fast. This is like 30 days in Atlanta. It's not fast.
Hey, I need help.
I woke up today.
Please, if you are watching and you feel the need to help my life,
don't be like OJ. No, okay, stop.
I cannot be like.
Is this crowdfunding now?
I won't mind. Please, help a sister.
Don't fund me on pot. /
What's the money for? Just for chilling.
It's for surviving.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry about that.
I apologize.
This one says, an interviewer. Any explanation for the 3-year gap on your CV? Me. That was the time I went to Yale. Interviewer, wow, really? You're hired. Me, thanks. I really needed this job. Interviewer, confusion. Further confusion. Do you get it? Because this person has a factor.
Yeah, so from Calabar.
He didn't go to Yale. That was the time he went to jail.
Oh, yes,
wow. I wonder how the interviewer is going.
Those faces, like the meme is like, I'm confused.
You went to Yale, but what are you saying? You wanted the job.
In fact, there is somebody who sells stuff to me. And the other day, somebody thought she was joking. She was saying, load. It's road. But I'm used to, so I think that's how she is. Like, yeah, people don't know. So they think that, oh, are you kidding? Like, are you funny?
My own is, what is the interview?
You would have just said thanks and left it there. You would have just said thanks and left it there. You shouldn't have said anything again.
Messed up.
No. The
person
yob
is
has
not
gone.
conscious.
That's good. We're so sorry about that. Do we have more tweets?
I think we
Yes,
do.
we do. Chunky says, you see Yoruba men,
Run.
Then someone replied, THR says, Yoruba men are out here helping people exercise. Wow.
So I like the way you delivered it. It's like, you see Yoruba men, run.
Wow.
Wow.
Like-
Extending your heart for you.
Wow. So
You have to get ready.
you're
You have
helping
to
us to
warm up.
exercise. That's why you're giving people emotional trauma, physical trauma.
But these people are just tribalistic. It's not only Yoruba people. You see Igbo boy that's broken somebody's heart too. They have a Yoruba demon. You just claim your own tribe. You are Igbo demon. Let's move on.
But so you don't, are you saying that if we see Yoruba men, we shouldn't run?
If you see men,
She's just
If you see men in general.
I'm not saying if you see men in general. I'm just saying that.
So if you see Igbo men, what should you do?
And you're gonna be happy.
Wow, I love that. Shout out to the Igbo guys in there.
really?
But be sure that it's not
I
also
wish I
a
said so.
demon. That's what I'm just gonna
Honeypot
say.
doesn't agree. I think I'm done. I'm done.
You didn't say anything. I did not say anything. No.
But we've never heard of outside demon. Okay, that's all we have for you guys.
But that's true.
But that's
so the Hausa
true.
men are repping.
Wow, I pity you. You will come back here and tell us your story.
I reserve my comments.
Thank you so much, Amanda. All right, guys, we'll take a break now. I'll be back with more of the show. Stay here with us. All right, guys, welcome back. It is still E-Splash, and now it's time to meet some more fresh blood in the Nigerian music industry. Gyrates is up next. Now, they're a music duo made up of two brothers, Spice and Teasy. Take a look at them as they share their music journey with us right here on E-Splash. Stay here with us.
I no get money pass. But if you just give me a chance, I go love you like they used to swear for me.
Yo, it's your favorite boys, Gyrates in the building on E-Splash TVC. What's good, Wagwan?
See where we move. Swear you got me crashing on the floor.
How long have I been doing music? We'll not say like every Nigerian child. We always start from the choir. I guess everybody starts from the choir. So we say we've been singing since when we were 10. But officially, we started like last 2 years. We started to become a duo and take over Nigeria. So we'll say 2 years. Started 2 years. How we started to do it together was because when we saw these brothers that went apart, we actually started before. Actually, we were like individual artists, but then we decided to come together to like make Nigeria proud, like make this whole thing work. Because now artists of nowadays, like they just split and it really saddens us. So we decided to come together and show everyone that brother blood can make it work. I plan to take Nigeria to like One Direction level, where we play our songs in China, play our songs in India and stuff like that, and the whole world and girls are there, everybody's listening and listening to our music everywhere. Decided to take Nigeria to the biggest stages globally, Westlife kind of stuff.
Fine boys, I know say don't they come your way. But I'ma prove to you that my love is here to stay. Just girl, you mine, I swear you find you.
What spice we're bringing to the table that people don't have is that literally, I'm actually spice. I'm actually the spice of music. So that's what I've been taking since. Like, I'm bringing this extra spice to music that no one has heard. We are bringing this extra spice to music that no one in this industry has heard right now. Like, this is a different sound, a different vibe, different everything. And there's this bond together. So, like, what you're bringing to the table is like huge. Huge, yeah, like.
You can see that I'm begging. You can see that I'm begging you.
We have a new single out right now, Swear For Me. It's out on every platform, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
Swear you got me crashing all alone. Worry me, woo. Anytime I see you walking down the road, I know I no get money pass, or better do look bad. But if you just give me a chance, I go love you like they use you, swear for me. Swear for me. I go love you like they use you, swear for me. Swear for me. I go love you like they use you, swear for me.
This video you're about to check out now is titled Swear for Me. It's our child. You guys check it out. I'm sure you guys will love it. It's different. It's fresh. Check it out.
Timmy J.
See baby boo, swear you got me crashing all alone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you woo. Anytime I see you.
Spice and Teasy together, gyrates. Guys, you with that? I mean, you have something to say about them.
I mean, for the fact that they've been doing this since they were 10 years old, I think that's a long grind, you know, and they keep pushing and keep pushing. And I mean, wish them all the best in their music career.
The best. I like the video. I like the girl in the video. It was the first. She was like, "Don't touch me." I'm like, what's wrong with this girl? Like, calm down. But you know, I think that's the idea of the song. Like, you know, we're trying to date you and you're doing shakara. So yeah, it worked. I liked it.
Right? Interesting. All right, now we'll take a break, but don't go anywhere because there is still more of the show to enjoy. Yes, Nkombe. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for staying here with us. Welcome back to the show. 1 hour down, another hour to go. It's time to chew it off in a minute or less. So one of us will tell the house what she is presently happy for. And guess who this is? Mandy, the flyest.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction.
You're welcome.
It's not an award.
No. It could be an award. It could be an award.
On a lighter note, because it's not a more serious note. I'm happy about the way this year is starting in the sense that I'm working smart, I'm not working hard. So I have like off days, I have days when I go watch movies, go on dates, you know. I mean,
go on dates?
Yeah, go on dates.
Wow.
Yeah, so
see your ears like rabbit's ears.
No, because I just feel like, you know, as young people generally, as youth, we're caught up in this pressure to hustle. But I know, I mean, you actually have to hustle. This is the time to hustle. But, you know, that work,
you have to live
life balance where it's like, you know what, you can actually have a weekend, you can have a day off to chill and rest, and nothing's going to happen. So this happened when I actually upped my rates. So less jobs came in, but I'm happy, like I'm mentally happy. I don't know.
So I think I can relate to this because, you know, December 31st, what they said, you know how in Nigeria we always have the word for like the year, the incoming year. So what they said in my church is rest. So apparently, you know how other churches are fasting and all that. We're not even fasting, so they are telling us that don't go and fast the fast of another person. God is saying rest, don't worry, everything will come effortlessly. So just chill and, you know, and all that. Because sometimes we think that because we're Nigerians, we think that until you do like a bricklayer. I'm working.
I think I learned that last year because my life has always just been went from this office to this next place to go and do this again. And last year I said to myself, no, I don't want to just exist. I want to live because I found out that I was making the money, but I wasn't even seeing the effect of the money.
Exactly.
And I was always working. It was my mommy that shaded me. She was like, you are working, how much have you sent? I was like,
that's true.
And last year I said, no, I am going to leave. I am going to focus on, like, I'm going to take care of my skin, I'm going to travel, I'm going to do this.
This year I'm traveling.
My sister,
I'm traveling this year.
You can lock me, I follow you because money has finished.
Oh my goodness.
Money has finished in December.
Don't mind these clowns though, especially Arike. Okay, here is a quick recap of the entertainment news.
Yes. And then we told you that Justin Bieber was diagnosed with Lyme disease.
All right, and Tupacs Car put up for auction.
Finally, our Kelly's girlfriends get physical.
Yes.
All right, that's all we had for you on the news. Now, we'll take a break now, and we'll be back with Daily Top 5! Stay tuned!
That's my best part.
Oh, baby.
Unconventional 10.
Honestly, like, I don't understand the fascinator on the drag. Like, tell you,
did you see their family
picture? You need to just leave 10
Yeah, I did. You were saying,
love it. I love that video. It was so funny.
That was like, master rubbish. She's just saying rubbish.
love her. You just have to love Teddy.
Yeah,
I don't think
absolutely.
there's anybody that doesn't like her.
I was like, what are you doing? He's like, belly dancer. I said, what? No, don't do it. All right, guys, welcome back. It is now time for Daily Top 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me.
It's our Daily Top 5. It's a vibe. Well, the other day, we spoke about habits worth dropping in 2020. And today on the show, we have some more for you to consider. Now, remember, we said many people they tend to make such big plans at the start of the new year. But days or weeks down the line, they begin to sleep. Today is the 10th day. How far? Are you still on it? Well, let's talk about 5 other habits worth dropping in 2020. Number 1 is trying to please others. See, let's drop it in 2019. 2020, naturally, see, people try to make people around them happy. It's okay. It's a selfless act. However, it is important to note that, not to please people at the expense of your convenience. You end up doing what you don't really want to do just to make everyone around you happy. Now, apart from the fact that you end up never looking out for yourself, another negative side to always trying to please others is that you could get taken for granted.
Yeah.
Okay? So sometimes when people say it's okay to be selfish sometimes. And when people say selfishness, it's not always the negative way. Like, don't think that way. It's just, sometimes you just have to pick yourself first. I mean, if it's going to cost you a lot, don't bend way over backward because you want to make the next person happy when at the detriment of your own, whether your health or your sanity.
It's a very important tip to note because a lot of times it almost feels like, especially in this African society where you have to please your parents, you have to please what society thinks and what your friends are feeling, what your family is feeling. It's something that is very important that you get out of and actually start asking yourself what makes you happy, because this can make another person happy, but it might not make you happy.
It was like what you said the other time. I don't know, maybe it was off air or on air. And the thing is that you really have to leave. You have to be intentional about leaving. So, even if you're a parent and you have children, I've said it before, it's good, be responsible, pay their school fees and all that. But ask yourself, are you leaving? I know that parents make a lot of sacrifices, but then are we happy? Are we living? Because sometimes you just throw your own life away just because, but as you're doing it, be sure that you're deliberate about your own life too. Do what you love.
There's something my mom said one time, and that thing sung into my head. She's like, see, if you want to make a decision, I may tell you, for example, marry this person. This is who I think is good for you. But then along the line, I'm not going to leave. I've lived like most part of my years already. So God forbid in like 20 years, I pass on and you are in that situation. Would you be like, okay, I'm happy in this marriage? Or you be like, mommy, dad told me to. You get so do it for you, do what makes you happy, but be considerate as well.
All right, moving on. Overthinking. Now, overthinking often leads to worrying when you dwell on thoughts you can't do much about and you overanalyze everything. It reads you off your sanity over time. Convert your overthinking into action. Spend less time overthinking and instead spend more time strategizing. It is a better use of your mind.
Completely agree. I think people who are creatives or people who are introverted have this problem, especially because they're always into their own mind, into themselves. And one thing that somebody actually told me is that your problem is bigger in your head. In your head it looks like, it can't be solved. It looks like I'm the only one that is experiencing this. But if you voice it out to someone, you realize that there is a solution to it. So if you just keep thinking about it, so like I feel like the solution to this one, if you are on this table, is sharing your issues with someone.
So I have learned over time that there are some things that you should not bother yourself. Like sometimes it's almost like, maybe I don't know how to express it in English, but you'll say, you're own, so you're just you're shameless. You're playing while you're not supposed to be thinking of a certain thing. But I see that even when I think about these things, when I'm worried about these things, they don't even do anything. They don't change anything. So I would rather just leave it there. I know that I won't die at the end of the day. Please.
Sometimes you create unnecessary problems that do not even exist. You just create it in your own head. So don't bother. Just leave. Leave, literally. Leave.
Yes. Stop overthinking, guys. Now, the third tip on our list is putting yourself down. It's not the end of the world if you're not in the best place right now. Now, many of us probably beat ourselves up about what we perceive as failure or setbacks. Again, it would be much better to think of a way out rather than wallowing in self-pity. Have a new outlook to this new year. Be open to be bigger and better. Be open to bigger opportunities as well, ideas, and trying new things. Now, you still have life, so of course there would always be hope. This one is another thing that people do to themselves. You know, I met someone one day and the person was like, oh my goodness, you're so young. If only I were your age, I would have done this, that, and that, and that.
Late.
I'm like, it's not too late, exactly. You can still do whatever it is you want to do at whatever age you are at. So some people use this self-pity of a thing to stop themselves from doing situations. I'll give you a crazy story. I actually had a 40-year-old man who wanted to apply as my assistant. And this man had not had a job for the past 7 years. He was into, he used to be he called himself a camera guy. And then, but when I was speaking to him, I realized that he had not even furthered his knowledge in the game. He was still using CDs to show like his work. He was still in that.
It did not evolve.
He didn't evolve with time, but he felt it was not his fault. He felt it was other people's faults for not giving him a job. And I'm like, you can't blame other people for your problems. Maybe 5% of your problems are by other people, but 95% of your problems are from you. So what are you going to do about it? Are you going to wallow in self-pity, or are you going to go out there, strategize, and be better?
So people just don't understand that it is just life. So our journeys are different. So you look at Amanda, you say, oh, very young, I wish I was. See, at 40, you can become like, maybe that's the first time you're becoming a millionaire or something. And somebody 23 already built houses and already became a billionaire or something. So I think that we should focus on our focus, as I said before, just be happy and, you know, in the moment, and just continue to be hopeful and we have to work.
Janet Jackson had her first child at 50.
True.
She's still a mother. You can't take it away from her. 50. You get like, I don't know who puts age and time to these things. I want to be married at 25. So because you're not married at 25, you're a failure already. No, don't stress yourself like that. Don't
it's a barometer of which so many things are actually measured in life these days.
It's not needed. Number 4 thing on the list is living in the past. Now, this one, I'm even talking to myself. It's not healthy to hold on to something that didn't work out. Now, this is something we all have to be conscious about. It could be in terms of a relationship or that friend that hurt us badly. Don't let the hurt of the past stop you from moving forward. You're in charge of your emotions. Insist on moving forward and starting afresh.
The way you said that, insist.
You know, no, because I'm speaking to myself, and that's why I said this one, because when I went through this, I was like, this is me. Because I'm the type of person that, maybe because of my bad experiences, I tend to like move, like I'm just always keeping to myself and always careful. And these days, it's so bad that Honeypot can just, I may say hello to Honeypot and she might not hear, but I'm just like, oh, that was how I greeted this person too, and that person didn't answer me, and that was when the person betrayed me, and then I just, so I'm actually talking to myself. I've let my past experiences with friends, you know, kind of messed up my brain to the point where I'm just like always ready to, I'm defensive, so to speak.
Doubts, you have to give benefits of doubt, because I greeted somebody the other day. The person saw me, but the person came back and I said, I was greeting. The person said, it was so pressed that time that it could not even wait to answer me. So say that, I mean, so you would have concluded in your mind like,
and it's a very hard, it's a tough one to actually get over, because I feel like, you know, because of, especially if it's a very hurtful experience that you have gone through, you just want to be careful. You don't want to make the same mistake twice. But you know, what happens is that you generally don't live, and people don't really like broken records. Exactly. You know, if you're that person that once you just open your mouth, it's like,
bad vibe.
This, you know, friends, don't even feel like you are friends. If you're that person, people would like run away from you.
Even when I see people, you know, always talking about their enemies on Instagram and all that, I run away from people like that. I don't like it. So I am aware that they are enemies. But why don't you just, so I hate when people say, hey, this year my, like, hey. Even the enemy is thinking about his own life. I beg. All right, now say number 5 right here is fearing change. In all honesty, when you haven't tried something out, you can't tell how it will turn out. So it's only natural to be apprehensive, but life is full of the unexpected. So it is important to always be open to change. Don't be so rigid. Read a book you haven't read before, get a new hobby, try a new meal, travel more, etc. Like, there are so many things to be done. Have you exhausted everything in this life? There are so many things to be done. So, I mean, don't say, oh, just
you know, especially with careers, you know, one is a thing where you just feel like, would I get another job? Will I get another relationship? Maybe if you're in a bad relationship. It's in the person's head, but, you know, that step is just, you have to tell yourself that you won't die. You survive somehow.
When you're in a place where you're too comfortable, you're not doing well. That's what she says all the time. So when I'm always like, oh, no. I have peace of mind. Like, okay, I hear you, madam, peace of mind, but you have to keep moving. What you need is actually on the other side of fear. What you're looking for in life is on the other side.
I have resigned from a job before, and I did not have any other job I was going to. Like, I resigned, but I'm not saying please don't try this at home. Don't go and suffer. You don't get like I resigned because the thing was affecting me. I was like, no, I need my own peace and all that. So, I mean, so there are things that you would not die at the end of the day. Just try new things. Change is the only constant thing in life. Just do you. Life is beautiful at the end of the day.
All right, with these many words of ours, I hope I've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that you need to, you know, change some habits in this 2020.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, on that note, up next, we'll be shining the spotlight on some fresh blood in the industry. We have Haki Akinkunmi Masha, who goes by the stage name Cool H. He's an African, UK, Nigerian-based Afrobeat recording artist and performer. So let's take a look as he shared his music journey with us.
No need to be uptight, no need to take no lie. Why you wanna see mama cry? Ferrari, yeah. Never too late. If I call it fool, my mommy, yeah. Never too late. Should we can party, yeah. Never too late. One time, let them know, never too late. Stay tuned. Oh, yeah, mama cry. Why you wanna take life for paper? Life is too short to be hater. Yeah, it's your boy Cool H, an African, UK, Nigerian-based Afrobeat and aspiring artist, eager to learn more, and of course, well known to be a performer. You know, it's been about 6 years now after winning Mr. Nigeria UK. That was in 2009. Together we can make it better. Wait a minute. Why you wanna do that thing? Why you wanna do that thing? Think about it before you do that thing. Before you do that thing. Yeah, my music journey, basically, it's been 6 years in the scene. But starting was just been very challenging. I'm an African, UK, Nigerian based aspiring artist, a singer, right? And I'm also known to be a performer. Why you wanna hear mama crying? Yeah. Oh yeah, mama crying. No matter what hands you from. I've always loved music. That's my passion. You know, I've got passion for music. Even though I won Mr. Nigeria, I love it. You know, I was a model as well, and I feel like that was not really for me. You know, I did it for a year, which gave me a great platform. You know, I used Mr. Nigeria to create awareness, to create buzz around me, so people got to know me as an entertainer, someone that could entertain the crowd. Because I remember when we did the Mr. Nigeria, we have to showcase where we're from, we have to showcase what type of food we love, we have to showcase ourselves as a human and how we communicate to people. So I loved it, it's all entertainment, but really and truly my dream is always to be a musician, an artist. Why you wanna hear mama crying? Oh, yeah, mama crying. Dear London, stop the knife crime. Cool H. What I'm pushing right now at the moment is actually Ankara Baby. Few tracks online, but right now Ankara Baby means a lot to me, is what I'm pushing right now. Ankara Baby is dedicated to my mum because she sells Ankara. You know, that was a business for over 20 years, and I thought I would use my influence of being an artist to promote a business. You know, if you hear the second verse of my track in Ankara Baby, I was like, Jeng belosi balogun, balogun, mama minta Ankara, Ankara yeah, baby meal, see my baby meal, I fall like make you follow me go, you know. So I want to take her to my mom's store to see how beautiful, you know, it looks, how colorful it looks, and how nice she could look in that attire.
And that was Cool H. Yeah, and he has all the accents like
because he just came back from the UK.
I just got back. I just got back.
And I've noticed something about people who spend or live there. They usually want to tie up to the African or the Nigerian culture. If you saw his videos, you know, the backdrops and the African print and everything.
And in the interview, he said something about how, you know, we Africans, he loves the fact that we love to show off our food, our
culture,
print, everything, our culture. And, you know, it's one of the things that actually made him go into entertainment, because he tried doing something for a year and he didn't like it, he didn't enjoy it.
And he said that he's promoting what his mother sells, Abalogun Ankara. And I'm like, wow. He even said it in the song like it's, So
you'd be surprised that people abroad appreciate Ankara prints more than us.
Of course.
They're like, some people are like, oh, wow, I want that print, the material you sell here.
Wow.
It's like,
wow. Oh my God. I had a one-on-one. Oh my God. I had a one-on-one with him and I said I was wearing Ankara. Well, I'm done with this. It's time for selfie requests, guys. Shout out to you, and you for sending in your selfie requests this week. Let's go check them out.
I thought you were talking.
Gentlemen Splash, what's up? I love you, honeypot. Please play Joe Boy, Don't Call Me Back, featuring Miracle. La.
You say you get another man, say you know me again.
Hi everyone, my name is Okokwa Delby, and I want you to play me a song by Kiss Daniel. Pack and go.
Good afternoon, Entertainment Splash, guys. Well done. I love your show. Please play me Blow by Whiskey.
You have captured my heart, oh baby, oh. Hey.
Welcome back to the show, guys. Oh, wow. It's been such an amazing show today. And of course, we're excited because it's a Friday as well. It is now time for us to tell you the high points of our week. Arike, let's start with you.
What
was the high?
I'd say Monday and Wednesday. Monday because of the daily top 5, like habits you have to drop in 2020. Also because TSM, it was the first TSM of the year. So
just come and join us as they're telling us this thing.
You people, you love me like that.
Yeah, so you were saying?
Yellow CC.
Wow. Is it me I'm singing for?
Just moving on. So yeah, I love that. The daily top 5, and also was the first TSM of the year, and I just enjoyed it. Like everybody's feedback was just funny. I mean, what habits or skill would you, hobby rather, or skill would you like to learn? And just for me, I started to get some things. Oh, Amanda wants to work on this. Give me to okay, and then we started to work together and stuff. So that for me, and then Wednesday, of course. The gang experience, it's an experience. If you miss it every Wednesday, I can't explain.
It's an experience.
You know, so that's it for me. Wednesday.
Monday and Wednesday.
Yeah, Monday.
Okay.
Wednesday. And today, daily top 5 too.
Yeah.
Today, continuation of the Monday one.
I think we were really motivating people today. But for me, I think the high point this week was on Tuesday. We had Adesoa, Tommy, and Bisola. They were such a vibe. I mean, we saw another side. I saw
the meow video.
I saw another side of Adesoa, a more playful side. Yeah, and I was like, okay, this is interesting.
The image I have of her is like
calm and composed, and then of course Bisola with the energy was such a vibe on Tuesday. It just felt like we're just having conversation throughout the show. Then on Wednesday was also a very great show. I liked the conversation with the gang. I know yours already. We all know. Thursday! But yeah, tell us.
These people. So I love Tuesday. I loved Tuesday. Adesoa and Bisola, as you said, and you know that once Bisola, anytime I sight Bisola, there is something that comes to Bisola, and she would always show me say, honey boy, you are giving us and we are taking it. I'm like, hey, Bisola. I say, this. I'm like,
energy.
So our energy, and I love. I mean, she's somebody you want to just be around every time, but it's not possible. We have to work. So. And Thursday, yes. Yeah. So I have to talk about the throwback. Throwback is always off the hook of the shizu, like beautiful, I must say. Off the chains, oh my gosh. So we had the most fantastic time. Then we now had the controversial K Solo. What? He broke tables, scattered.
That's why I said it.
Turned it upside down. Like, it went on mentioning names, this, that. And guess what? It's not even that person that's, when he said, like, say, what can you do to him? Like, and all that. And then you know that I love Daily Top 5 all the way. And then today's Daily Top 5, the bomb. All right.
Of course.
And I'm loving the show already. And because it's Friday now, I'm feeling fly.
Are you going to go to the roof today?
Yeah.
Color.
I'll put one
I love your outfit. I've been wanting to tell you. It's really nice.
Yes, I love the colors, Ankara. I just love the Africanness every time. Like when I see Ankara.
That's why rebranding. This is a Mama Africa movement.
Okay.
Yes, now so that all those East African countries.
It's a good PR strategy.
We follow Yemi Alade. Everybody, all of us.
And DJ Copy. DJ Copy too is always.
See the way her fish changed.
No.
Go away. Okay. She will follow DJ Copy because they are sisters.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much for watching the show this afternoon. Thank you so much for watching Monday through to Friday. Thank you for starting 2020 with us, the beginning of a new decade. Thank you guys. We love you so much. Without you, there is no show. And we are about to go. Time flies when you're having fun, right? I know it's sad, but from Honeypot, aka Omo Ologo Neon, Amanda with the flyers, and your girl Arikem Africa. I mean, like, I'm just borrowing the name, I'm sorry. We say thank you so much for watching. See you again on Monday, God willing. Please be safe out there this weekend, okay? Have an amazing weekend! Bye.